Yes. Welcome back to the Football Terrace, part 2 of the Premier League transfer tier list. We did this 5 months ago, and we're back again to see how much it actually changed. Can you imagine? Højbjerg was voted the signing of the season back at the beginning of November. Players that sat in the dead category. Players that sat in the dead category back then were Willian, Akke, Werner, Havertz, Thomas Partey. That's where the panel and you, the viewers, placed them. No one can place yet so far today, as you can see. I wonder how it's going to change. We've got a brilliant panel with one on the way still to come. We've got man like Alfie back in the house, looking slick, beard shining. We have got, as I've always said, the best beard on the show. My brother for a long time, the most positive Man United fan in the world. Neeks is in the house, looking fresh, ready to go. Here he is. I think he's at home. He's away from uni. He's got the hoodie. He's 137 pairs of Air Maxes. Jordan, sorry. That's how old I am. They're all the same to me. Man like Aiden back in the house again. And we do have Anita on the way. Gents, how are we all?
I'm all right. I'm good, man. You know, international break, Man United can't ruin my week or two. So, you know. Can't complain.
I feel the same. Like I'm actually quite looking forward to a weekend where I'm not gonna feel disappointed. Like by the end of the week, like, it's fine. Like England win or lose, I don't care. Like, so it's fine.
Do you know what's mad? I've been so busy with work here that by the time the Monday came round, I was like, oh yeah, let me just quickly check like what game is on tomorrow or today, and I realized there's no games on, apart from international. There's no games. I was like, wow, like this is the first time since October that I've been breathing. Like, you know, like you could just breathe, it's freedom. But there's otherwise it's like every day you realize like we've had a game every day. Every other day.
Speaking of breathing, Aiden ain't breathing. I watch Aiden's socials because it makes me die. This man every day is just triggering the world.
I'm so bored. You see my tweets earlier? I was waffling.
What you said about we've been using Bruno wrong. I made me like, that's gonna wind so many.
It wasn't even. Do you know what the mad thing is, though? Do you know what the mad thing is, yo? Like everyone tells me that, oh yeah, you hate Bruno, you don't know what you want about, and they say, oh yeah, he's a good player. But when I try to say that, yeah, he is, and we've been using him wrong, and what everyone sort of wants me to say, then people get angry with me. So whatever I say, people are gonna get. So I got to just put on, bro. I'll just say what I want in it. If you don't like me, block me. It's social.
You know what I do? I take the international break, and I take it personally, so I take my break when they take their break, and I say I'll be back in 2 weeks.
I see you talking mainly about cricket.
Well, yeah, that's like, take a break from football and watch my cricket.
I get all my updates on cricket from Neeks. I go to Neeks' what's happening in cricket today. I just go to Neeks' Twitter and I'm like, boom. Twitter is just generally. I've had 2 good conversations in the last 24 hours. A really good one with you last night, Aid, about so the Ollie out stuff. I did my response to that this morning with the Ollie in thing, but it was just I knew me and you were talking, so it was a good conversation. There's another guy that disagreed with me on the Ollie in stuff. We had a chat, and at the end he was like, "That's the point now." You just don't get that enough on Twitter anymore. Everybody's so desperate to be right. It's one of those ones there. Why is Rafinha not even on the thumbnail? Okay, so just let everybody know in terms of signings of the season before we go into this, it's the top 6+1 clubs. So anyone outside of that isn't included in the features. You know the rules around Super Chats. We'll go to them when we've finished plating them. We've already had Legan Sweet already come in with a Super Chat wanting to put Ferran Torres into GOAT signing this summer or signing of the season. We will get to your Super Chats a little bit later in the show. But without further ado, we'll crack on. Alfie's going to go first. And Alfie, I'm going to give to you, start with a real contentious one. Gareth Bale.
Oh, yeah. I love you, Terry. I love you. All right. Look, one disclaimer before I start, before any of you guys start hating me or before people start hating me, yeah? My primary is off eye test. My primary is going to be off eye test, what the feeling of the fans are, what the feeling of the club is overall, how the management chooses, and not too much on like, goals per minute and so on and so forth. Now, I never ever hated on Gareth Bale, even when he was flopping this season when he came over. I just knew he had so much class that he's either being used wrong or he will come good, and it looks like a mix of both. Yeah, it looks like a mix of both. He was being deployed in a non-attacking-ish team. Let's be real, and it just waited. Yeah, he had to readjust to the Premier League. So I need to go for genuinely, especially over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks that he's been banging it in and them sick touches. I'm borderline played well, killing it. I'm borderline someone. I need to step up. Yeah. No,
he said borderline play well, killing it.
He's average, bro.
Hold on. Have you seen? Look, honestly, yeah. I'm not a Tottenham fan. I'm a United fan. But
mate,
have you seen him play?
They won his head on a chopping board. The man said, I'm just here to warm up for Wales.
They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about.
You're getting the feelings
they
of the fans.
They watch it more than
but I said eye test. I'm seeing from what I'm looking at from the player on the pitch. He's creating play. He is doing them disgusting touches. Some of his goals have been oozing the most class of any goal scored this season. You can't deny this. You can't. And to say that he's not bit part, we know he's been, bro, this is a legend in the game. How many Champions Leagues has he got? Come on, bro. You can't lose class.
Sorry, did he win the Champions League this season? I'm confused.
Okay.
Remember, we all get to place our people. We get a trump card at the end to move one out of its position. I'm going to Aiden next. And Aiden, I'm going to give you
Gareth Bale, man.
a nice easy one for Aiden. Willian.
Oh, Willian, dead in it, man. Like, let's be real here. Like, I think the thing where I put him in dead, I could put him in poor. I think the difference is I think the eye test probably would apply more so to Willian because he's not so much like a goal scoring wing. He's more someone that creates. He's a bit more like a creative player. So you can say that eye test applies to him. He passes that decently, but to be honest, what a lot of Arsenal fans have been saying is he doesn't run. He doesn't look like he's putting in effort for the team. He makes silly passes. He does the basics completely wrong. So yeah, he's maybe got 4 or 5 assists or whatever, but it's poor or dead. And for me, like if he's not doing the basics right, he's got to be dead. And plus he's on 300k a week. That just makes it even worse, especially with the issues that Arsenal have on top of that. So I think everything just culminates into him being dead, to be honest. That's my opinion. I'll see what everyone else says, but that's me still.
Yeah, I would have probably put him in poor, because in the last few weeks when Arsenal's probably had their best form of the season, he's been actually one of their better players, even though not the best. Obviously, they've had Odegaard, they've had Smith Rowe, Saka. So I get that. Early in the season, 100% dead, worst signing, like everyone's laughing. Now I'm just like, Robbie was right. He's better than Ziyech. So
yeah, that's a stretch.
I would have said poor, but yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna argue.
People are correcting me on the wages. Like it's 200, whatever it is. It's over 150.
It's too long. It's too much and too long.
From what he's like, it's semantics, bro. Like it's just too much, fam. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He is. Yeah, he is.
I think you've got to base it on cost, hype, and output. Next to that, but without further, the Queen has arrived. The Queen is now here on the terrace, ready to go. Nita is with us. What you saying? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm ready to do some of my boys some justice.
Absolutely. We've only just started, so we've placed Gareth Bale into. I mean, Alfie put Gareth Bale in playing well this season, and we've put Aiden put Willian in dead. We're going Neeks next, and Neeks, I'm giving you Nathan Akke.
I forgot about him.
Same.
Wait,
yeah, trust.
Dead is a category too high for him, but as it's the lowest here, put him in dead. I mean, has he even played?
He has.
I mean,
when they're injured, alive.
Yeah, but whatever it is, I think when they lost 5-2 to Leicester, did he play that game?
Leicester.
I think he was one of them who gave away a penalty. Nah, yeah, dead. It's been a dead signing. But it's Man City can get away with dead signings because they're just there to fill quotas for English players, isn't it? So dead.
Yeah, it's true still.
You know what I find interesting about it? Because of how much he cost. If he was a sort of 15-20 million, I swear it was 40 mil.
Not 40 million, yeah.
It was 50, bro. I swear. I think almost. It was something
50,
silly like
that makes it even worse. No doubt. Neats, from your perspective, I'm going to give you your first one is going to be, I'm going to give you a Chelsea player because there's about 50 Chelsea players to get through. I'm going to give you Hakim Ziyech.
Hakim Ziyech. Do you know what I say, right? I say if Alfie can put Gareth Bale on playing well,
don't use Alfie as a.
Gareth Bale on playing well.
We dealt with him.
No, listen, just for like I would have put him as average, but purely just because Gareth Bale was on played well.
I'm glad she cut out there. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. The internet don't agree with me.
Oh, you're back. Yeah.
Yes.
Man, you know what it is? That's annoying. Listen, I had a proper think piece as well. Listen, purely because Gareth Bale is where he is, I'm putting Hakim Ziyech there as well. Because recently Gareth Bale's been balling out, and so is Hakim Ziyech. So I'm putting them on par, playing well.
So Hakim Ziyech has been put into playing well by Anita. I love a bit of bias. Make sure you're smashing that like and share. But on my first pick's coming up now, I'm going to give myself. Bloody hell, look at them all. Fofana. I'm going to pick a nice, easy one in Fofana. I think first season in the Prem, straight in there, killing it. He's looked excellent. He's slotted into the system. He's adapted to life in England, the Premier League. It looks like he's been playing it for years. What is he, 21, 22? 20. He's playing like he's 25, 26. I think he's absolutely killing it. And Leicester need to be careful because I think there's already going to be a few big teams looking at him, trying to take him away because quite a few of our clubs out there could do with some better centre-backs. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, trust.
He's everything Arsenal fans thought Saliba was.
Well, everything Arsenal thought Saliba was, everything we probably thought Maguire was going to be. This kid's come in and gone, this is how you play. This is how you defend. This is how you lead. And he's only going to get 20. He's only going to get better. So in some respects, I almost feel a 20-year-old coming in and killing it in the Prem, taking a team like Leicester and putting him in third. You could argue it's even one of the signings of the season, really. Like in terms of this category. In terms of this category, how many is just one signing of the season? One signing of the season, okay. Yeah. So I'm putting him in killing it, but I'm going to wait to see what people say for the person that someone picks for signing of the season. I might fight for.
How many more in the other categories?
Killing it can only have 5. Killing it can have 5. Playing well can have up to 8, and then the rest it's normal. So it's.
I think 5 for killing it is a bit too much, but that's just my personal opinion.
We'll 5's all right.
I think 5. I think 5's all right. So next pick, back with Alfie. Alfie, I'm giving you.
Give me Thiago, bro. Just send him my way. Bro.
Okay, I'll give you Thiago. I'll give him to you, bro. What are you saying,
bro? I'm no explanation needed. Right at the top. Put him right at the top. In between, before Willian. Put him dead before Willian. The number one dead, absolute number one dead. Sorry, sorry, man. You're great. You're a legend in the game. You got trophies, but I'm sorry, you got more of these than you got assists, mate. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So,
he's got more. I think he's got more children than assists. I can't lie to you if I'm being honest.
Allow it. What this season? This season, he's conceived more children this season than assists.
Yeah, well, I think he's got more kids than he has assists. He's that bad.
No, I ain't about to go personal life. I don't do personal life.
That's not personal. That's not personal.
Bro, children is personal, bro. I don't know about you, but he does that's what he needs to do. But bro, he came with the highest expectations. The guy that's supposed to lift Liverpool from super elite to like untouchable, and he didn't. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't know whose fault that is. It could be the manager, it could be the team, it could be the badge. I don't know. Not my problem, bro.
That's for the manager, but not our problem. You're right.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone can disagree with that.
Why do you think it's gone so wrong for him, though? What's the reason it's gone so wrong?
I think because they needed to. Because of their injuries. All right, fine. You have to give it for their injuries. Their injuries made the partnerships that he would have had in midfield not be midfield partnerships. They had to slot backward. I think if they were like fully formational the way they were last season, he slots right into that team. Yeah, slots right into that team and provides an extra cushion in front of the defense. Yeah, and like he's got genuinely, you know, that pep way of playing of just straight.
Yeah, he's good.
But because of the injuries that they've had this season, he's had to man the midfield every time he's been asked to come on, and then bomb forward whilst even their man exposed was supposed to be playing beside him, not behind him. That there for me, I think that's one of the key reasons. I don't want to talk about Klopp because there's enough talk about Klopp. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to.
Do you know what's so mad? I don't think there would have been a partnership in the midfield. I think it still would have been the same thing. Like, I don't know who he could have partnered up in the midfield for him to be able to push that forward. And when you think about Liverpool's midfield, they're workhorses regardless, yeah? So
they're functional.
What I thought was going to happen, so even when everyone was not obviously fully fit, obviously Van Dijk's been out for however long, whatever, but even when they had that, right? And then Thiago went off injured, but when he came back, he still slotted in that midfield. I think it was with Gini and Henderson. He was still dead, you know, like there was no link up play, there was no partnership. He's just not a workhorse. Like, he likes to just look pretty on the ball, slotting them forward passes that are necessary. And it's like Liverpool, they're not adapting to his style of play, and he's not adapting to their style of play. And it's like even if everyone was fully fit and stuff, I'm not sure if it would make a difference unless Klopp changes that system. Like, he's not a workhorse.
It's definitely a transition because the way he plays is very. The only person he could replace in the midfield would be Fabinho in terms of just sitting in that role, but he's not as defensive minded. He's not going to do Henderson. He's not going to do Wijnaldum. So they will have to kind of change their way of playing to get the best out of him. And it's going to take more than a season to do that. And with all the injuries,
I was going to say
that's going to take even harder or longer.
Yeah,
I was going to say, to be honest, like, it probably would have been better they got Van Der Beek and we got Thiago, because to be honest, Thiago would have fit better into our midfield and
that's fact.
Into theirs.
That is fact.
It would have been better.
It is. I just think it's been, both those signings are a bad mix, and for each other, they haven't quite worked yet. It's going to be really interesting next season, and we'll get into Donnie later to see how things adapt. The thing is, it's not even going to be a proper pre-season though. Is he still part of the Spain squad, Thiago, or is he retired from Spain now?
I don't know.
He's part of the Spain squad. He was on the last internationals.
Because there isn't going to be a great. So again, the Euros happen this summer, which means for certain people there isn't going to be much of a pre-season. So getting that integration is going to be a little bit harder. But it's going to be an interesting one. That's where he's been placed in dead. Aid, you're up next. I'm giving you Diogo Jotter. Just because you look.
Yeah, you know what? Obviously, I think he's killing it, bro. 100%, he's killing it. I think the thing that I was surprised with Jotter is like his versatility, his technical versatility. Because when I saw him, obviously, Nuno has quite a good system. Like, I think he did last season. It's more like looks a bit like Burnley, to be honest, at the moment, like hoofing it up to Adama. Obviously, they haven't got the striker, but I think, to be honest, like if you look at his touch, his finishing, the way he can play in like striker, the way he can play sort of all across the front three, I think technically he's very sound. He's got a good IQ. He works hard. He's very like a perfect Klopp player. And if he keeps on developing on the trajectory that he could replace Salah or Mane. I know that's a big statement, but maybe. So yeah, I think he's 100% killing it. So yeah, he's got, and the price tag he wasn't expensive. So yeah,
I think he could definitely replace Mane, but I think because he's only played 12 league games this season, I couldn't put him in killing it. Yes, it's not his fault he got injured, but there's probably going to be other players that we get onto later.
As soon as he came back, though, the thing is, the why I disagree is because if he came back and he wasn't showing that form, I'd say maybe it was a purple patch. As soon as he came back, he's straight back into it.
I'm not doubting his ability.
Chelsea match. He came back on the Chelsea match now.
Yeah, I think he came back on as a sub and then he scored the next. Like, I think
he's played well since he come back. He's played well since.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not doubting his ability. But in terms of how they've played this season, I think, especially as we're limited on that position of 5, I would say playing well.
Yeah, that's fair. If you're limited on 5, then I see that. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that I was just about to say that. I don't think he's
keep him in there for now. We'll see who else comes in. And
played well.
And we'll do it around. Neeks, going back with you, and I'm going to give you Thomas Partey.
Tricky.
It's borderline between poor and average, if I'm going to be completely honest. Wait, really? you want to go lower or higher? You can't be mad.
I'll say my piece after you say your piece.
It's between poor and average. Let's be honest. He was bought as Arsenal. Well, he is Arsenal's marquee signing, other than signing Aubameyang for a deal. But luckily for them, we can't put Aubameyang here. And he's been injured first and foremost. When he's played at in the last few weeks, he's been okay, but again, he ain't really pulled up any trees. I mean, I'm saying between poor and average, but I think it's poor.
Broski.
I think it's poor.
Do
Do you think that obviously they got him on deadline day? I think Arteta wanted him quite early. Do you think that Kroenke basically said to Arteta, "Look, we're probably not going to get him." Panicked last minute, got him in, and then Arteta didn't have a plan. Because to me, it's sort of similar to Thiago. When I see Partey, he can play long balls over the top. He's technically sound, Like, I feel like they brought him in, but they didn't really know what to do with him because he doesn't look like he fits.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. No, I'm sorry, Anita. I'm sorry, Anita. Are we Thomas Partey at Arsenal? Are we talking about Thomas Partey at Arsenal? Yeah.
Yes.
Are we watching the same Thomas Partey here?
I mean, go. I want to hear I want to hear what you want to say.
What you want?
Mr. Bale killing it. Mr. Gareth Bale killing it. Go on.
This is true. This is true.
Bro, Thomas Partey is a baller this season. For Arsenal. Not
he's not been a baller, mate. Come on, he's not been a baller.
What? He's not been controlling the midfield. Are you?
If you're a technically sound player and you're just having a good touch and retaining the ball well, that's not a good season. That's basics for a technically good player. That's not ridiculous. That's like what you expect.
This is the top 6 plus 1. Arsenal are sitting in 10th.
All right. No, you know what? All right. If you're gonna factor in how much trash Arsenal are into this, that's like trying to factor. All right, fine. I didn't factor in how trash Tottenham are.
You should have. You should have.
I didn't. We're talking about the player, bro. All right.
But what I'm saying is he ain't played that well. Hence why Arsenal are where they are.
Yeah, but I mean, like to say dead and poor.
So if you factor in that Spurs were bad, where would you have put him? So wait, if you consider that Spurs are bad, where would you have put Bale?
No. I'll be honest with you. I did consider. I'm talking about Bale's last. However, 10, 11 performances where he has been, honestly, he's been balling. Let's not talk shit. Everyone knows
you said Jotter only had a few good games. You said Jotter couldn't be in killing it because he only had a few good games. Apply that rule to Bale.
Yeah, no, but Jotter, after 4 games, got injured, bro, and then missed the majority of the season.
He was good for almost 10 games. He was good. I like FPL. He was good for time, bro.
On top of this, Gary, I said poor. Just to let you know.
So you said poor, not average.
Poor. I'm putting
not average.
That's where Thomas Partey has gone. We're gonna go Anita next, and Anita, I'm gonna give you Tottenham's Matt Doherty.
I feel like this is easy and non-debatable. Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Dead food, bro.
If you're watching, I'm doing this for you, sis. I'm doing this for you.
I hear that. I'm going to go with Spurs again, and I'm going to go with Vinicius. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Vinicius. And again, I'm going to stick him in dead as well. It's been, and do you know what? That was quite that's another one of those signings that was fairly expensive. So it was quite a bit of money. There was a lot of hype. There was a wow. I remember the reaction was, we've got genuine backup. Kane. And do you know the most embarrassing point that I think he should be sold for is when he scores, even against non-league teams, he does the Mbappe And it's
but I was just about to say, are we talking about that player against Marine that did that? Yeah.
It's like when you order Mbappe from Wish. It's like when you order Mbappe from Wish and you get him in the post, and that's what you get. That's what it is, mate.
For me, it is one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen in football.
And real quick, I think someone super chatted he's vetoed your decision on Partey already. So just FYI.
Listen to that argument.
Listen to
the argument. He goes, Ziyech and Bale played well, but Neeks says Partey poor. But Neeks didn't say Ziyech and Bale played well. So your argument is based on Neeks and Alfie. It ain't me. I'm saying Bale average, Ziyech poor, Partey poor. What's your argument, Mr. Wayne says?
And for the record, I would have put Ziyech in average if somebody didn't put Bale.
What can I say? Alfie is the benchmark. I'm sorry, forgive me.
Alfie out here dropping bombs. We're gonna go to Alfie next. Actually, we're picking Alfie, and I'm gonna give you Mendy.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Stupid.
Hey, what?
Who? Benjamin Mendy? Yeah, he's been
goalkeeper, man.
What?
No, Edouard Mendy.
Sorry.
Edouard Mendy, innit?
Yeah. Actually, he's a bit of a 50-50 for me. At first he started and it was just like, this guy's no better than that disobedient goalkeeper that they had before. But now he seems like he's got good traits about him and can get better. So, and the fact that Tuchel is apparently getting the best out of this defense over the last 15 games or whatever it is, like 2 goals conceded, I'm gonna have to say, show me that what's played well. Played well. Yeah, played. I'm gonna have to say played well. Not killing it.
Wait,
I wouldn't say killing it.
You're all over the place. How have you got Bale in played well and the same place as Mendy? Like, I'm confused what your metric
This
is.
is a disgrace.
Wait, but hold on. In order for me to see killing it as a goalkeeper, I need to see you risking life and limb. And I ain't seen him do that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to do that because Chelsea have been defending well. He did that.
Fine.
The reason,
Hold on.
The reason why.
What goalkeeper in this league is killing it with your definition?
They're all dead.
Who is putting their limbs
dead,
on
exactly.
the line for their team? Henderson, get the hell out of here! Come on
All right. No. Honestly, I've seen, and this is a big statement. I don't care how much hate I get, but I've seen Alisson this season make better saves than Mendy.
Alisson, are you kidding me?
I know.
Alisson's been horrific.
See, the thing is, Alfie, I agree with the playing well. It's a hard one with the keeper.
It's a hard one because we're not talking about. But
it's a hard one with the keeper because Chelsea's defense, especially under Tuchel, has been very good. So he hasn't been worked very much. However, he has had that when he is called upon, he's done well. And I don't.
What was that CL one against Atletico where he just went to the left, didn't he? At like the 80th minute.
Yeah. And I don't know what the stats are in terms of clean sheets and that. But when a goalkeeper gets a lot of clean sheets, they get rewarded with the Golden Glove, despite how good or bad their defense has been. So if he's had a lot of clean sheets, I'm sure someone in the chat will let us know. Then he's in the chat of killing it. He's in the talk about killing
Edouard Mendy's had the second most clean sheets in the Premier League this season.
He's there or thereabouts. I'm not going to argue playing well.
Manchester City.
But I'm going to argue with him being in the same row as Gareth Bale. That's what my argument is.
We got to put him up in killing him, man. Let's not do that.
But let's see, innit? Let's see.
But look, if you look at if I've applied the same logic, of over the last 10-15 games, Gareth Bale has been balling. Over the last 10-15 games, Chelsea have been defensively sound, and so therefore your argument.
But Mendy was good before that.
Mendy was okay, bro. He was okay, bro. He wasn't.
He was good, man.
No, okay. When you say he was good, they were laying where 8th. Come on, now you're gonna take the team.
Yeah, but that wasn't because of Mendy, bro. That wasn't.
Okay, well, there we go. So you want to start adding all these extra factors involved. What I'm trying to say is, I'm using my same. I'm using the same logic.
Mendy has 14 clean sheets in 24 games. Are you telling me that?
And I was going to say with Mendy's, I think when these Chelsea games are becoming a lot tighter, and when you get moments when you need to make a save, I think the best keepers can do nothing for 10 minutes and then come up with a save. Mendy's done that a lot. Like with Atletico, the 85th minute, he came up with a save where he stuck his arm out, just saved it. And I feel like 1, Courtois wasn't doing that, and 2, there's a lot of keepers that are just not doing that in general. So I think he just looks solid. So I think compared to what they had as well, because it's a signing, remember, it's an improvement. That's what it's sort of based on.
All right. You know what? All right, fine. Okay, you know what? You've persuaded me now based on whatever you said. but fine. You know, like I'm gonna say, I'm still gonna say borderline played well, killing it. You know, you lot want to veto it from taking it away from played well to killing it. Do what you got to do.
I'm just not going to stop until Bale gets moved down. But
so he's killing it now, which is cool. Aid, I'm coming to you next for your next pick, bro, and I'm giving you Leicester City's I can't pronounce it.
Castagne. Do you know what? Yeah, I have not watched him at all, so I'm probably the worst person to ask about Castagne. I literally have not watched it.
Okay, so I'll give you Ferran Torres.
Oh, do you know what? When I've watched him, I think the golfing quality between him in terms of finishing specifically and the wingers that he's replaced is quite clear. Like I remember watching him and he missed like 2 or 3 chances. I can't remember when you came up against, but he's been good. He's scored a few goals. He's came in, sort of done a job.
So I'd say like he's probably between average and played well. I don't know his stats, but I mean, a lot of people are saying average. For me, from what I've seen, he misses a lot of chances, but that's only compared to the standard of wingers that City already have. So I guess I'd just say average because he hasn't really. I can't remember many things he's done that are rich. So I say average, really.
Yeah, I would say with Ferran, internationally this season he scored some outrageous goals for Spain.
Yeah, he did well.
But for City, he's been pretty average, and that's Pep's fault.
Well, it's not even a fault per se. It's just he likes to kind of bed players in and give them a chance. And like,
we might see a
banging one. We might see him, but average.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Neeks, I'm coming back to you. We're getting down to the crunch now. I know we've had some great super chats coming. We will move this once the panel are finished. I'm going to give you Alex Telles.
Do us some justice, Neeks.
No, I'm going to be very, very honest. I have to be honest. It's a tough one, you know, because obviously he came in and a lot of us were thinking, all right, he's going to take Luke Shaw's space. Now, the fact that he hasn't taken Luke Shaw's space isn't even a fault on Alex Telles. We know that Luke Shaw's been arguably, if not even arguably, the best left back in the league this season. One of the best in Europe this season. So if Alex Telles has to sit on the bench behind him because of that, you could argue that any left back would have sat on the bench behind him based on this season alone. When he has played, he's done well. He hasn't pulled up any trees, but he hasn't played a lot.
He's not done anything wrong.
No, he hasn't done anything wrong, but he ain't been better than Luke Shaw. That's literally his only fault, is that he ain't been better than Luke Shaw. I would say for us, it's been an average signing because we signed him as a backup left back, as someone to compete for Luke Shaw's position. And I think he's competed, which pushed Luke Shaw to play better. I would say it's been an average signing.
I'm not sure if I agree with that. The fact that he was signed as a backup. I think he was signed
as an option. He wasn't signed as first choice.
No. But I would like, in all honesty,
12 million.
Luke Shaw wasn't doing bits. Because you have to understand. Before we got him, we wanted to get Reguilon, who is first choice left back. We could.
Yeah, but that wasn't. It depends. Though. That wasn't Ole, bro. I think that was the club. I think like if you watch what Shaw said about, he said that Ole put his arm around him over summer and said, "Look, I know you're a good left back. I know you can do well." He's always spoke highly of him. Yeah. I think Ole wanted Shaw to do well, and I think that Telles came in from the club. They were like, "Look, we don't know who else to sign. Let's just sign Telles." I mean, recently he came in as a backup left. I think as a backup left back. In Ole's opinion, I think he did. He's done that. Well. He hasn't done anything wrong.
But I think you have to also, one of the key points no one's mentioned is you have to take into consideration the price that we paid for him and his performance in the second.
Not that much. That's peanuts in this market.
No, but 12
million.
That's even less. That's nothing.
Exactly. So for the fact that we bought him for 12, and he's been our second choice really, and played big games. He's played big games as well as second choice and performed well. You can't say average or poor. You have to say played well. That's what.
I say average.
I say average. Average, right? Average.
All right.
Okay, we're moving him into average, which is not too bad. Neats, we're back with you again. I'm going to give you a big Chelsea signing this summer now. Ben Chilwell. Where would you place Ben Chilly Bean?
Can I just say, before we move on from Tellers, I can see the Man United blood just raining through the stream, fam. I don't know how he managed to scrape average. But hey, you guys put the arguments between yourselves, and that is absolutely fine. Let me see what you put
No. Sorry.
It's just really funny that he's there. I'm not too sure how many times he's actually played this season.
He's done his job as a backup left back. Or
apparently he's come in as the backup, but in the summer, we all of you lot wanted him.
I'm not the manager,
Wait.
Nah, the manager didn't.
I haven't finished. A lot of fans wanted him to replace Luke Shaw because Luke Shaw wasn't, cutting it. But I digress. You guys keep
the best left back in the league
because I know I'm not going to win this battle, and that's it. That is okay. But
I'll let you win any
What
any day, man.
the
Because if you want to win, I'll let you win any day, man. Go on.
If Chilwell was at Man United, he'll be back up to Shore as well. But carry on.
He would.
That's what's on offer right now. So he can. I mean, Ben Chilwell needs. Where do you think he's been? I mean, I think he started brilliantly. If we actually go back to the last time we did this, Ben Chilwell was put into the Actually, he was put into average.
He put into killing it, weren't he?
I think you did. I think someone trump carded him down into average at the end. But yeah, you put him in killing it. Would you stick with killing it, or would you move him down now?
No, I'm moving back down to average. Ever since Tuchel came in, like that wing back position has really showed everyone his arse. So I can't in good mind keep him in killing it or even putting him playing well. Don't get me wrong, he's had great moments at Chelsea. Like I think his first half of the season was quite good, and that's why I was backing him for the killing it part. And he's come in for left back and he's done exactly what he needed to do. But when we changed to that left wing back type of formation with 3 at the back, he's proven to be absolutely, not terrible, but not up to scratch. And to be benched by Marcos Alonso, the reason why I put him in killing it is because he took over Marcos Alonso and he saved us, the damage of having to see him week in, week out. So, I'm going to put him in average. Sorry, Chile.
Can I ask you a question, Anita? Going forward, like next season, I don't know. Obviously, we don't know for sure, but what formation Tuchel's going to play. But what do you see the future for Chilwell? Because clearly, as a left back, he's good. As a left wing back, maybe he needs more developing, or he maybe just can't cut it. What do you see in the future at Chelsea?
But the thing is, I'm not scared about having him as a left wing back in the future. I think someone with Tuchel will help him understand his role a lot better. At the moment, I just feel like he seems a bit confused as to when he needs to cover back, when he needs to track back, when he needs to push forward, what passes he needs to make. He just seems a bit confused because when you're a wing back, it's not always about crossing it. It's like with a fullback, your crosses need to be on point. As a wing back, you just need to be technically gifted and understand exactly when to make a pass, when to actually cross it, when to actually cut in and stuff like that. I think a summer with Tuchel, he can possibly become a better wing back, and if we do 3 at the back going forward, I don't see anyone else coming in playing a wing back role. So why not just keep Ben Chilwell? He's got the talent. Try and adapt him in, try and get him to adapt. So
trust.
He can stay.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, as you say. It's that thing. If you stick with 3 at the back, maybe not. Most people think the 3 at the back element's going to go because most managers seem to he's out after a while. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. My next pick, I'm going to go with. I never get his name right. Castagna.
That's his name.
Castagna.
I think he's done really well. I'm going to put him in played well category wide. I think he's come in and he's adapted. He looks like he's played here for years. Is he been ripping it up into that killing it category like people that are there now? No. But to put him in average, I think when you look at the fact that Terrace is in average, he can't go into that category. So it's a quick and easy one for me. He's got to go into that category there. Back with Alfie. We're really getting down to the bare bones of this now. I'm going to give you Gabriel.
Ooh, that's a good one. All right. So before I say anything, you, man, want me to consider Arsenal's 10th position and then rate it. Well, I'm not sure I could do that because with Gabriel, I don't think it's his fault that the team are 10th. I think he's been doing everything right. Very rarely this guy puts a foot wrong. And if you disagree with that, then you're a bit lost. I can't say
he's been sick.
Arsenal, he's been sick. He has been sick. I think he genuinely one of the defenders signing of the season or the signing of the season in defenders. Yeah. So like that's a big claim, but honestly, you'd be very, very hard struck to try and find a fault that he himself has made. So one big signing of the season, I'm gonna try and say signing of the season contention. That's that, but he's been that good.
Has he been injured a lot?
It's not his. No, he hasn't. He hasn't been injured.
What happened was, I think
he's been injured.
What happened was he got injured. I think, but then what happened? I think he lost his place. So he was injured or suspended, And then they brought in Holding was there. They brought in the Mavropanos guy. David Luiz got back in the side, and it took a while for him to get back in the team. But I do think when he's played, he has played well. I don't know how many games he's played, but when he's, but man said sign the season.
Well. I mean, not.
All right, okay, bro. Honestly, like, but you're trying to find. No. But if you try and find where he's put a foot wrong, defender he has made. Listen,
Alfie, when I put Thiago in signing of the season, don't ask me no questions.
He's not.
When I put Thiago Silva there, don't ask me no questions.
Thiago Silva where?
In signing of the season,
he's had a similar impact to Gabriel.
He's had a better impact than Gabriel. At least fourth.
Leadership.
No, you know what? Do you know what? After what you just said, I won't disagree with you. Fine. Like I can't. I've got nothing bad to say about Thiago Silva. Yeah.
So what are you saying?
So what? So am I moving Gabriel now, or are we leaving him there for now? What you saying, Alfie?
Killing it. Go on, killing it.
You moved him into killing it. You can see it there. Aiden, you're up next, bro, and I'm gonna give you Donnie Van Der Beek.
Oh, I wanted you to give me this one. Look, without going into Ole flipping conversations, because I actually can't be bothered with that anymore. It's so long. But I think that Donnie Van Der Beek, personally, I think anyone coming out and saying he's an awful player and saying that he's got no tech and he's not intelligent is just ridiculous. Like, I honestly can't respect anyone that says that. If you're talking about his performances, you've got to put him in poor, I think. The only reason why I think you can't put him in dead is because it's not been him that's been the reason why he's bad, in my opinion. He's had very few games, yeah. I'll tell you, if you're coming to a new league and you're trying to adapt to it, and also a new style of play, if you want to call that with Ole, you need to have a degree of consistency to be able to get familiarity. Bruno Fernandes doesn't think about what he needs to do because he's so used to it. He knows what to do on the pitch. That's why he's fluid. I think you should be putting him in poor. I don't think you can put him in dead, because dead is for players that haven't done anything they can. But if you think about it, Ole started Happy Meal McField over Van Der Beek. So how can I really be that angry with Van Der Beek? I can't, can I? So I say he's been poor, but it's like, it's the Happy Meal McField, bro. It's dead.
I understand. Food, man. I was literally just about to call you Jotter.
Dead food.
I get what you're saying, Aiden. And if I'm judging Van Der Beek as a,
he's poor.
My auntie making that noise in the house. Sorry.
You
can hear it. I got my headphones anyway. Yeah, if I'm judging Van Der Beek as a player, no, he's not a dead player, and I wouldn't say he's been dead when he played. But for me and for Manchester United, it's been a dead signing because he's had absolutely no impact, not through his own fault, 100%, but he's had absolutely no impact for us this season, other than creating new stories. And when I say him creating it, new stories are created around him by the fact that he's not playing. For me, it's been an absolutely dead signing, but I hope and pray that in the future it can be a good one. That's just me personally.
I'm putting this. Anyone could clip this. Van Der Beek is a quality midfielder. He's intelligent, he's technical, he knows what he's doing, he will come good if he's in a good system. Yeah, where people know how to pass and move to a competent degree, and you don't have dead food McDonald's midfields. He will play good. Okay, trust me, bro. He's a good bro. You know,
bro. I swear, I'm sorry. Yeah, I apologize, but people can suspect some opinions in your tone. Two takeaways I've got from your tone. Number one, you're Ollie out. I don't know, bro. And if you are, I need your postcode because I'll come to you right now, bro. Yeah. And number
shush. What are you on about postcode, bro? Shush, bro. Shush.
And number two. What's all this hate for McTominay? Are you like
no McFred as a Happy Meal? It's a
both of them.
McFred, you know, like McMuffin.
Did you hear me say McTominay? I didn't say McTominay once.
I heard you say Muck. I heard you say Muck, and I was like, that's like you. I thought you're coming.
I said McFred, bro. McFred.
Okay, all right, cool. Can I just quickly have a look at that chart, please, Terry, to see where Neeks has just put.
No, it's not Mike. It's Aiden's pick.
Oh, sorry. Where Aiden's just put.
Yeah, I put in Paul. So not average at all.
So hold on.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely no. You know what? I was sat here watching the show. I was having a good time, and then some of the picks I'm seeing are starting to get ridiculous. Gabriel in killing it, criminal. Tellez in average, criminal. Donnie Van Der Beek in poor. He's played 2 games, bruv. Dead. He's 30.
He scored in one of the games he played, bro.
He's played 2 games. He's dead.
Scored
He's
in
dead.
it.
What in
Scored in
words of Alfie? What has he done in the past 10 or 15 games? He's been riding bench and watching from stands, and you want to put him in poor? No, this is ridiculous. Put him in dead.
My question is, how can you put him in the same category as Partey? Like, if you're going to put him there, I'm not disagreeing with where you're putting Donnie Van Der Beek, and whatever your reason is for thinking that he's not doing well or he's dead or he's average. But how do you justify putting him in the same category as Partey? That's for me.
It's two different people.
I didn't put Partey in that category.
That's the thing. I voted Partey.
Let Aiden defend himself. Let Aiden defend himself.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say the thing is for me. Look, we're gonna have to okay. So are we saying that a player is dead if, from what they can control, they've played bad, or are you saying as an overall signing, looking at it holistically, that's the quota that makes them dead? Are you saying it's their performances solely, or is it the overall? Because if you're saying their performances solely, when he's played, he hasn't been.
You kind of have to look at it in conjunction with one another, yeah. So obviously you look at what they've been signed for, what the expectations were, and you look at how they've been playing as well. Fair enough. I don't think Van Der Beek is a dead baller. I don't think I'm with you. Like when you guys got him, I expected the world from him, but he's not lived up to the expectation. Ollie, for whatever reason, has not been playing him. When he has played, I personally have only seen maybe 1 good match from him. Personally, just me personally. So you cannot really put him in the same category as Partey when I've seen a couple of good
I wouldn't.
You know? Bro. So that's why I know you probably don't want to put him in. Yeah, I know you probably don't want to put.
Yeah, of course I agree. Yeah,
and I agree with Neats. I think it's looking at it from both levels that you've done there. It is him as a player. Just because someone's a dead signing, look at the signing. We know Thiago's not a dead player, but the signing's been. It's more has the signing worked for whatever reason. But you put him in poor. That's where he is for now. David will get a pick this time round as well, as David has now joined us. Next is going to be Neeks. Neeks, I'm going to give you Timo Werner.
You're lucky it's not Indiana. Listen, Timo Werner, with everything that we just said, expectation, reason why he was signed, or as their first choice striker, goal scorer, they're gonna fire Chelsea, Abramovich Chelsea, Marina, Frank Lampard, the legend, fire him to a title. He has missed the second most, 1 behind Patrick Bamford, the second most big chances this season in the Premier League. However, he's won a few penalties, he's got a few assists, and he's run a lot. You know, Martial doesn't run, people criticize him. You know, sometimes Pogba's a bit slow to get back, people criticize him. Some people complain that.
Don't bring Pogba and Martial into this, bro.
No.
Don't bring my Donnies into this team. Don't bring my boys into.
He runs. He makes an impact. It's just not a great one. Maybe a few months ago I'd have put him in dead, but I would say poor. I would say poor. He's won a few penalties, he's got a few assists, but his goal scoring has been utter trash.
He's been worse than Tellez. He's been worse than Tellez. You're telling me he's been worse than Tellez?
Yes. I'll tell you what. He was. Let me tell you why. He was signed to be your first choice £50 million goal scoring striker. He has not lived up to the price tag. He hasn't lived up to the reason why he was signed. Tellez was signed to challenge Luke Shaw. He has challenged Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw is the best left back in the Premier League. Tellez has done his job. Tellez did his job.
I remember when you signed Tellez.
Doesn't matter.
Why are we talking about Tellez? Why are we talking about Tellez?
We were all sat here, and Terry literally went and found all of Tellez's stats from Porto and went, well, he's the best left back out of him, Region, and freaking.
Hang on. I haven't
talk about expectation.
Why are you taking shots at me? This is
Dave.
Like Neeks' opinion.
Dave, real quick question. Do you have no shame, bro? Yeah, are you sat here legit comparing Tellez to Timo Werner?
David, the difference is though, everything I said about Alex Telles, I agree with. He is a performer, both on the eye test and statistically. Before he joined Man United, was sensational. I don't look at Telles as being a bad signing because Luke Shaw has upped his game. If Timo Werner came in and was playing well, but Tammy Abraham went to the next level and was the best striker in the Premier League, and that was stopping Timo Werner from playing, that wouldn't make Timo Werner a bad signing. There is a fundamental difference between Timo's performances versus Alex Telles not getting in the team. Luke Shaw had been the best left back in the league this year. That's why Telles hasn't got games. It hasn't been because Telles hasn't performed. There is a fundamental difference between those two things.
I'm so sorry, I'm not hearing it because, at the beginning of the season, it was all Luke Shaw is this, Luke Shaw is that, Luke Shaw is shit, and they get Luke Shaw out my club, blah, 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 blah. We were the same with Tammy. If Tammy came up here and benched Timo Werner, you lot will be laughing and putting Timo Werner in there.
All right, Elliot,
there was certain man them there was certain man them that thought Tammy was the reincarnation of a back to goal striker that was a good finisher. That's what people thought.
That wasn't neat.
Everyone thought he was the new big target man, back to goal, finishing Drogba type.
I've said some wild things about Tammy. Don't get me wrong, but that part won't mean. No,
I'm not saying you. I'm not including.
What was the reason?
We're not doing that. We've left that in 2018, Neeks. We're not doing that. No,
we're not talking about Tammy. We're not talking about Tammy. No. What was the reason why Werner was signed?
Werner was signed. No. I get you. Werner was signed to come and score goals for us, and of course, he hasn't lived up to the expectation. I'm not arguing.
No, that's fine. That's fine. One second. So that's based on fans' expectation, but also the fact that the manager plays him every game. That's from Lampard right through to Tuchel.
But
what's the reason that Telles was signed?
Hold on. Then I can argue with you. Where has Lampard played Timo Werner? How many times has Timo Werner played
this is what I'm saying. The difference with the Telles argument is that we're comparing fan opinion to what a manager wants. I.e., we're saying Telles should be starting. Solskjaer's like, he's my backup. So for Manchester United, his signing has not been poor. No, but I'm saying he hasn't played him. He hasn't been playing.
I'm asking you.
I was going to say. I'll say. Yeah, long term, Solskjaer's had a lot of faith in Luke Shaw. He's always said he's a player that he believed in, and he also came out and said that Solskjaer was the only manager that put his hand over his back and said, "Look, mate, I know you're a good player." So I think irrespective of whether or not Telles came to the club, Solskjaer wanted Luke Shaw as his long-term left-back option.
I don't know what. I don't know what else he's going to say. He's the manager, isn't he?
Right.
I didn't believe As a manager, you can make a decision. Here's the thing: the expectation, two expectations. Yeah. Number one, when you sign Telles, the expectation is he's going to be number one, but the renaissance of Luke Shaw has pushed this good player on the bench. And number two, the expectation of Timo Werner to be your renaissance for the title, and he hasn't done that despite being played again and again and again, means that taken into consideration, he's poor.
Everyone's going to get a trump card. We're going to move on. It's Anita's pick, and I'm giving Anita... I'm going to give Anita Kai Havertz.
Well, looky here. Look who's in playing well. Seeing as Gareth Bale and Hakim Ziyech can be put in playing well, I might even sneak it to killing it. What are you saying, David? What do we think?
Ziyech's been playing well. I think Havertz has to go in killing it. Has to go in killing it.
I guess we're going to have to fill that last fifth place spot in killing it.
Don't try it.
She chose violence.
Don't try it.
I've chosen violence. Violence has been chosen. Sorry.
No. You can't do that.
That's been done. David,
no, not playing well, in killing it.
Killing it.
In the
last Man City,
killing it. And he's on it. Violence. David's up next. David, I'm giving you your pick, and I'm giving you a Regulon.
Put him in playing well. Relegate that fraud Gabriel. Bloody hell, how is he? No, put him in killing it.
and get rid of Gabriel.
You can't get rid of any. You can't get rid of anyone now. That's for someone else.
I can and I will. I can and I will.
No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Under what circumstances, bro?
Wait, hold on. Let Terry say the rules. Let Terry say the rules.
I feel like I'm going to put it. This is going to be a democrat. I'm not going to be autocratic. Going to be democratic here. So, how many are up for putting Gabriel down? Say aye. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they got. It's 4. He's gone. He's gone. Voted him out. Democracy. Democracy rules. Democracy rules. I love a bit of democracy.
Gabriel's signing of the season. That's a howler. That's what we call a howler. That's embarrassing.
That's not a howler.
That's not a howler.
Everyone defender played better than him as a signing of the season.
I've got to say, they're intent.
We'll get there.
You can't.
Dave, let's move on.
Let's
move. Let's move on.
We're moving on now. I'm going to skip my last go because only 4 left. I'm going to go to Alfie and give him Cavani.
Signing of the season. Absolutely signing of the season. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. You want me to hit my arrow and talk shit about where I'm going to put my players? No, signing of the season. Absolutely signing of the season, bro. And you know what? A couple of factors. He's free. Man's better. Oh, that was it. He's my age, isn't it? 32? All right, 33. He's 33, yeah. And he is the on a striker's level, the best movement that you can provide on a striker. Let me just before I say what I'm about to say, let me just fact check my brain. Yeah,
he's moved to the bench because he's been injured, mate. That's where he's moved.
But all right, he's injured. But so what? I'm sorry, he's injured. But when he's playing, he plays well. He creates space. And he's got a goal or 2 in him for the age and what he brings with him. So sorry, you know what? The fact that we were saying signing of the season in like December or January, you don't want to say that now. I'm really about it. I'll say it now. I'm really about it. I'll say it now. I ain't fake, bro. If I'm gonna say it then, I'll say it now.
He's gone.
I rate that.
So Aiden, I get none of the rest of us think he's signing of the season. Where would you place Cavani, Aiden?
You know what? Yeah, I think you got to take into account that our strikers don't get service. Like I think Greenwood, Martial, Cavani, they average like 2 touches in the box, put something silly like that per game. Something dumb. But for me, I think the reason why I put Cavani, it's between playing well and average, purely because of the type of goals he scored. Like yes, he hasn't scored many goals, but he basically won the Southampton game for us, and he got that Everton goal, which is the weak foot in a knockout in the round, which is what you want from a 9. You want them to just take those half chances. So I think it's between average and playing well. I don't know which one I put it in, but because of the type of goals he scored, I think I'm gonna have to put it between them. But I'm not. That's the rest of the panel.
All right. Okay. All right. Fine. All right. Fine. Aiden, you've convinced me. All right. Fine. So you've convinced me. I will take him out of signing of the season. Can you put it in killing it and remove who just went there? Kai. Remove Kai, please. Remove Kai. Can we put him there and remove Kai, please?
Oh.
Yeah,
No, but I got to take a vote. That's how it works.
Yeah, so go on. Yeah, take the vote. Take the vote. Yeah, take the vote.
I've got to pick, but who's the other option? So who votes for Kai Havertz to drop out?
Yeah, why not, man? Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
That's Kai Havertz down. It's 3 versus 2. I didn't vote, but I'm not putting votes in on this. I'm Switzerland. We've got lots of.
You know what? Chelsea fans in the comments. You know what to do, my dear.
Anita and Dave, that's how democracy works. Just FYI, if you wanted to know about politics or politics, that's how politics works.
And Chelsea fans come into this show and cheer all the time, and they use capitalism to kill democracy. They do it all the time. So they kill it. Final few picks. So I'm going to go to Aiden, and I'm going to give you Højbjerg.
Ooh, tricky.
Do you know what? I think actually that's one of the hardest ones. Like, I think for the job he came in for, he's brilliant, especially the first half of the season. So good at it. He's a perfect Mourinho player. He works hard. He's gritty. You know, put some like fear into the opposition team. Will put a tackle in. He's perfect for what they wanted. Good at holding that midfield, allowing Ndombele to get forward and Sissoko to be a bit more of a box to box, if you want to call it that. He played well, hasn't he? So I'd say played well. You know, irrespective of what's happened with Tottenham, I still think he's been a constant in that team. And I think Mourinho likes those constants. He likes consistency. He likes someone that's always going to have, you know, a good touch and, you know, intelligence. So I think, yeah, he's a constant. And
that's underrated. I think in football, in my opinion, constants. Then they're quite rare in my opinion. So yeah, I think he's played well.
That's true.
Yeah, I think his seasons. Like, if it was we're doing this in December, I think he'd be killing it. Since then, I think he's been a bit average. But overall, no, I think it's a fair place to get him. Next pick is going to go to Neeks. I'm going to go to Neeks next, and I'm going to go to Anita first. I'm going to give Anita Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva.
We got some flipping.
Why? I think Leaks should go before me, Terry. I would rather.
Give me Thiago Silva then. Give me Thiago Silva. Oh yeah, come on. Give me Thiago Silva. I want Thiago Silva.
Nah, G. You know what,
Go first. Give me Thiago
They
Silva.
let the men go before the ladies.
You're right. Give me Thiago Silva.
Okay,
No. Give him Diaz. Give him Diaz.
You've got Diaz. You've got Diaz. Where you putting Diaz, bro?
I mean, it's a bit pointless, isn't it? Because we know what Anita's gonna do
You're
next.
damn right.
Yeah. Nah. You can't do that, man. That's breaking the rules, man. You're breaking the rules. You can't do that.
Hang on.
That's the window when you put Bale in playing well. That's the rules left.
That's not breaking the rules.
All right, let's do this. Because you can only put you can only put 5 in killing it. That's right, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So I will put Diaz in killing it, and I'll put Fofana in sign of the season.
Oh, so we're gonna move Fofana up.
Wow.
There we go.
I'll allow that someone up to move them out. I think that's a fair one. Fofana in signing of the season. I know a lot of people have super chatted to move people up and down. I will go to the super chats. We wanted to let the panel do their placement so I can get a screenshot of that, and then we'll go to what you, the viewers, have got to say. We've got time left to do that. No one's going out. It's lockdown. So, Anita, final pick of the evening goes to you. You've got Thiago Silva. Where are you placing him?
Do you know what Neeks did? Neeks is playing chess, not checkers. That's me. Don't worry. B. I'm the queen in this bit. Don't worry. Checkmate. I'm going to push Fofana out of signing of the season.
How you gonna do a Ute like that? How you gonna do a Ute man like that? You're
gonna put in then?
Black lives matter, man. What are you talking about?
Does Thiago Silva not count as a black man?
Why? Listen, I'm just saying black lives
Are you
matter.
a colorist?
Sorry, out of Africa. Come on, my brother.
Are you a colorist?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. In a battle of names, Fofana takes it. Fofana, I swear down.
Who does Fofana? What country does Fofana play for?
Fofana, Wakanda forever.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Anyway.
He's one of those like he's French. They've got better African ballers. No?
Yeah. Neglecting his African roots. Dr. Uma will be so disappointed.
Dr. Uma will be on the
out of here. Let's put Thiago Silva right where he should be.
Football Terrace this message. Just putting out there. I have to get that disclaimer. We're the wonderful world we live in. Where are you putting your bad
Thiago Silva? I'm putting him in signing of the season. Based on what the table is right now, he's definitely signing of the season. I don't think it's an argument, seeing as we want to be silly and put Gareth Bale in places where he doesn't need to be. And if someone wanted to put Gabriel there, I don't see any reason why Thiago Silva can't be signing of the season.
Who are we going to move out? Who's your selection needs to move out of killing it? They can't all stay. Someone's got to go.
Wiz. That Cavani fellow seems to be pointing.
Cavani already
he needs to leave. That
Cavani making on Mendy.
Cavani, you pick Cavani. Who's voting for Cavani to go out? It's not happening. Only the viewers.
Hey, where's Jem?
I can't vote.
Get rid of Redford.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick the next person, then Reguilon to move out. Who's voting for Reguilon to go?
I don't mind that, actually, yeah.
He's got 3 votes. So Reguilon moves out and goes into played well. So
Can I be honest? Really
go on.
Can I be dead ass honest, yeah? Just to save my football reputation, because people be clipping me or reading things up and sending it to me in my DMs. Listen, in my unbiased opinion, Diaz is the signing of the season without a shadow of a doubt. But just based off of this, I will put Thiago Silva signing of the season, just to be petty. But it is Diaz.
And do you know what? There's
but Anita, sorry, Terry. Before you say that, you have to understand, with Gareth Bale, I'm a Man United fan. How can I'm not being petty? It's not about being petty.
That's even worse, bro. That's even worse. How are you putting Gareth Bale? He's done it. You know what he's done? Yeah, you know what he's done? He's done a few Travellas and put on a ponytail, and people think he's sick. That's what he's done, bro. He's missed their chance.
But bro, honestly, look. All jokes aside, no. Aiden, honestly, all jokes aside, have you watched every single one of Tottenham's games where he has played this season?
I watched, because on my FPL still watch most of their things still. All right. No, honestly, he has been. He over the last 10-15 games, he's been balling. And if you don't think that, then you're not watching football. He's been balling against Wolfsburg. They're not even Wolfsburg. He's been balling against the Wolfsburg. I saw that. And I was like,
we've just lost.
You want to talk about playing chess? I'm here now to make my move. Listen, talking about playing chess, Terry, take that fraud known as Thiago Silva, that Brazilian fraud.
It's full time.
Guys, so we've got I did have the super chats ready to do, and then for whatever reason, they've all just dropped off the little box here on Twitter. So I'm waiting for them to load back up and come on. We're going to go through the super chats because people have done a lot of movements. I just can't bloody see the things right now. So I've got to wait for them to pop back up on my screen. I'm not sure where KJ just went. KJ just disappeared. Oh, he's backstage again. You back?
Yeah, I'm only here to see Ruben Diaz at the top and Thiago Silva back where he belongs. That's all I'm here.
Put in your super chat, honey. It's full time.
Yeah, put in your super chat, man. Put in your super chat. You act like you don't work for the Terrace. Come on now.
My darling, put in your super chat.
Sorry. Yeah, put in your super chat. Yeah, I'm here on the panel chatting foolishness, chatting was, my dear. You're crying about all these other players. You can't even do your own job right. Ridiculous.
I feel like we should leave these to the paying
out here being a hypocrite. Out here being a hypocrite. And Nita, shame on you. Got him. Got him where he belongs.
Sorry.
And I'm cool in it.
Really quick. Really quickly. Yeah, KJ, what's happening, my man? Now that I've caused enough controversy, I'm out to go watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. I see you people real soon. It's been a pleasure. I see all love.
See you in a bit. Like literally, we've lost all the super chats. YouTube just did a madness and half crashed, and then I'm just waiting for them to pop back in. I know there was loads. I know that somebody already paid to put Ferran Torres into the GOAT category, but we'll get to that in a minute when they pop back up. There. So, guys, who would you say there has been the worst signing, legitimately the worst signing this season?
I think Willian, Willian.
Thiago.
I think that's
Thiago. Willian's at least got like 4 or 5 assists.
Thiago, 0 goals, 0 assists.
He's done it. All Thiago's done is assist conceding goals. He hasn't assisted any goals. That's what he's done, Thiago, to be honest. So I think Thiago, you got to put in there. Yeah. The thing about Thiago, do you know why I'd say Thiago? When you got Willian, I don't think Arsenal fans even expected some player that was going to shell it out. They did expect someone to be consistent.
They did.
No. They said that, but this is because they're so starved anything good that they just cling on to anything. Yeah, but realistically, in the back of their mind, they knew what's going to do. But the thing is, with Thiago, Thiago hasn't even done the basics well.
Aid, something's wrong with your connection. It's really gone crackly. I'm not sure if something's done. I've got the super chats back now, so I can go back to these and start moving this around. I've got them from a different part of the system. So first one that we've got to get moving on here, it was from Legend Sweet that says put Ferran Torres into GOAT. He put 5 in. 5's only enough to move somebody up and down 1 level, so that's going to move him into played well. The next super chat said, why is Rafinha, maybe we know already, original base, and he says Bruno would have done better. That's not moving a player. Khalil Hussein says, when Thiago came back in January, Hendo was put as centre-back, so that's not a movement. The next one says, Ziyech and Bale played well, but Neek says Partey is poor. Bro, what are you watching? Absolutely clueless. That was £5, so that's Thomas Partey up into average at the very least. The next super chat was from Grey Wolf Dinner, and he said, Chilwell has been better than Tierney statistically this season. That's what he said. So
Yeah, statistically, yeah.
So Tierney's been moved up into playing well with that one. Another £5 said also David creamed his pants over Werner and said, I've got
We've got to move one out of Willis. We've got to move one out of
Werner's been moved into dead. Andre here says Werner got 17 goal contributions and a few games to go. If that's poor, I can't wait for next season. So that's him. And with that £5, it moves him back up. Enigma says anyone that puts Partey in poor with Werner and Donnie Van Der Beek needs to be cancelled. Anti-Arsenal show. So that moves Partey up into played well also. And then another super chat here says put Gabriel back and put Havertz to dead. What the hell am I watching? Bro, you can't move two players for £5. We have to respect everybody else, but I will move Gabriel up. I'll pick someone to come down, and I'm probably going to pick Mendy for now, just out of it. Oh, wow, look at this. Man's come in here and says put Ferran Torres to go and put Diaz in killing it and put Nathan Akke in killing it.
He's doing his career. That's what he's doing.
Man like legged sweet, you know.
Yeah, he's come in and he's done it, and I've got to move some players out. So I'm going to move Cavani down, and I'm going to move Gabriel down. I'm just picking players based on.
You know that you said playing well is only 8 players. We've got to move bare people.
I know, but Gabriel's
got money, hasn't he?
Gabriel's got money, so he can't.
So Jotter should have moved from killing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me put Gabriel back here. Then, sorry, he'll go down to this section. So who falls out? Who falls out now?
Bale.
Now that Alfie's gone.
Alfie's gone. Bale can go down. I think
Castagna's got to go as well. He hasn't played. He's been injured.
Of all the people, he's a bit injury prone.
Castagna's been calm, bro.
No, he's been. He hasn't played in the last 15 games. I don't think he hasn't played.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's only played 17 games this season, 17 or 18 games this season out of a possible 28. So
yeah, he's not played much
as well. He's not played much.
Cavani for me.
Wow.
Oh wait. Sorry.
£20 come in here. Says put Cavani into GOAT. That removes Ferran Torres. They're going to be switched around there.
What is that currency? What is that currency, baby? I'm gonna translate that. SEK.
Oh no, he comes back in and says no. Keep to Ferran Torres and go and put Ferran Torres and Nathan Akke.
No, that's
the same. Oh no, it's a different one.
I did it twice. Legged sweet.
He's done it again. So that's Cavani back out. What I'll do for you is I'll put that all on Ferran Torres, who's in there for 20. It's going to cost 20 to move him out. They're stepping up here and doing their bits and bobs here. Chelsea, City, do you know what? City fans have stepped up recently on this show when it comes to the tiering. So who are we saying is the worst on Thiago? I get that. In terms of when you look at this list, who are you excited about like seeing going into their second season? Who do you think's done well and can get even better, or has started slowly but you think could absolutely smash it next season?
Oh, for me, it's Havertz. It's Kai Havertz for me, 100%. Like, we're seeing it right now, what he's capable of doing. We're seeing his talent, the talent that me and David have been going on about since the start of the season. David has been at the forefront of saying, like, Kai Havertz, he's a superb player. Like, we've seen it in Bayer Leverkusen, and no one wanted to believe us. And now we're seeing it. And it's like, with Tuchel next season, I can only imagine how good this guy is going to be. So I'm looking forward to seeing Kai Havertz next season.
Yeah, I was actually going to say Timo Werner. I think if this is all I'm saying, if this is his poor season, you lot are in trouble. I'm serious because
you're ain't getting no better.
Because what I'm saying is, if this is his poor season where he's got 17 goal contributions, he's won 7 penalties, right? So they don't even count as assists. I'm not sure how many of them we scored. Like, what happens when he has a good season?
I hear you, David. But
especially that's going to be so much better. He's just got to finish chances. At least he's getting there. That's just adjustment.
With the talk about,
come on, you tell us about
with Erling Haaland.
One second.
If you look at Haaland,
sorry, Nix. Are you using earbuds? Hey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, try disconnecting them. It's sometimes Bluetooth earbuds, they go mental with the speed. Yeah, it's just really crackling big bro. Try reconnecting and come back. Sorry, what were you going to say, Nix?
I was going to say Haaland. if he joins Chelsea, where does that leave Werner? Especially if Havertz is going to have the season that Anita suggests that he could, and I think there's legs in that. Where does that leave Werner if Haaland comes in?
We can play two strikers,
and Havertz.
We can play Havertz at 10. It's not like it can't happen. I mean, obviously that means somebody else. I mean, I know that means somebody else has to drop out, but I don't really care.
And it can't be Mount.
Person drops out anyway, so I'm not really bothered. No, I think it can happen. I think it can happen.
Okay.
I'm not against it. A little 4-2-2-2-2.
Rotation anyway. We're good.
Yeah. How about yourself, Aid? Who's the player you're really looking forward to seeing next season?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's perfect, bro.
Okay. Do you know what? I was going to say Van Der Beek, but I think it depends on what happens if the managers and Ole really. But do you know what? I'm going to say I'm looking forward to see Kai Havertz because I think if I look at him, yeah, he's technically very good. I think he's got the stature. He looks a bit like a false nine to me when I watch him sometimes. But I don't know. I just something about Kai Havertz. I tweeted out a few months back. I think he'd be really good next season. So, and also, I was going to what you guys think. Do you think Tuchel will switch back to maybe a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3? Because I thought the reason why I put to a 5 at the back because he doesn't have a lone 6, doesn't have a marquee centre back, he doesn't have a 9. So he fixed it with doing to a 5 at the back. Do you think he'll change? Because if he changes, I think we could see Havertz false 9. I think we could if he changes. But I'm not sure if he could to 4-3-3.
Well, I mean, we're already seeing Havertz basically in a false 9 right now.
Basically, but it's a split striker sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's not like inverted.
Yeah. My personal opinion is the reason he's gone to 5 at the back is because our defenders aren't good enough to play 4 as of right now. And the midfield just was getting overrun. So if he puts in an extra midfielder and tells the midfield, keep the ball as much as you can, then we won't concede as many goals. The good thing about Tuchel is that he's normally an attacking manager, but our defense is the thing that's being excellent right now. So there's still a way to go on the attacking side, and I know that will improve. So again, I'm not too worried about the attacking side. I'm just really happy our defense is now elite. Because when you look at how many chances we're conceding, the quality of chance we're conceding, it is genuinely like top 2, top 3 in Europe right now. So I'm really excited for what he can do in the future. And with the way the Champions League's looking, the FA Cup, maybe if we beat City, it might Di Matteo 2.0, maybe.
We heard it here first. David Vick Chelsea do the double.
I don't know. It could happen. It could happen.
It's not something you haven't seen before, isn't it? Like,
listen. If it stops City win the treble, I'm not gonna fight it. Do what you need to do.
I'm anyone that can stop City doing the treble now. Like I want Spurs. Like Spurs beating them in the Carling Cup at least stops the quad happening. So that would be something to celebrate. But I remember when a couple of years ago where City looked like they could do the treble, and I remember they got dropped. I don't know who, but I swear it was Wigan knocked them out.
Oh,
no! Remember the year where Wigan knocked them out the FA Cup? It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they won the FA Cup.
No, early rounds. You mean when they knocked them out in the early rounds?
And then when Spurs knocked them out the Champions League, I legitimately celebrate. I remember someone said to me like, "Oh, it's embarrassing you're celebrating." I'm like, bruv, like I don't want my historic moments. This is one thing I said about football fans. I get I've actually said to Nietzsche recently, I'm going to buy a shirt of another club. I've got to move with the kids, right? I've got to one of the things my father brought me up to believe in is you've got to move with the times. So I'll wear another shirt of another football team. I'll move forward like that. I'll try breaking new barriers, right? In footballing sense.
Not Premier League though. Not Premier League.
No. Ugh, no.
PSG plug if you want that. Just saying.
Maybe I might do that, or I might buy like a lower league level, like non-league clubs, local teams, like that,
that's
right?
calm.
But I feel like there's one thing that I'm sad to see die from football. It's full-on tribalism. So if a team looks like they're going to go invincible and it doesn't happen, if I see Arsenal fans not celebrate that, it makes my heart sad because I feel like it's something your club's done in the Prem that no one else has done. Of course, you should celebrate it. Like the one thing I didn't like about Leicester winning the league, and the one thing I didn't like about Liverpool winning the league, aside from it being Liverpool, is I liked how exclusive the Premier League winners club was. I don't want it to have 30, 40, 50 people in it one day. It was special when it was a handful. And that for me, I want those things to be celebrated. So yeah, when it comes to the FA Cup, I'm cheering for I will be a Chelsea fan on that day, and I will want with every single ounce of my being for Chelsea to win that because it stops the treble or a quad from happening. And that makes me a very happy man. We had a super chat from Strip there that wants Kai Havertz moved up. So that's Kai Havertz is going to be moved up now into the killing it section. who doesn't have money on him in this category, it's either Diaz or Fofana. Actually, Nathan Akke. Nathan Ake's got money on him. So Fofana's the only one with no money, so he has to move down. I'm sorry about that, Leicester fans, but I've got to do what I've got to do in relation to that. In terms of players next season, Thomas Partey's the one I'm looking forward to seeing if he can have an injury-free campaign, because I think he's such a talented player. Be excited to see what he can do. And equally, Ruben Diaz, and this isn't meant to sound negative, I'm really interested to see what his second season is like. And a lot of people are saying, I've heard a lot of people talk about he's at Van Dijk's level. Someone said like he's already
Vidic, I've heard.
Vidic and all this. It's cool, but it's 2, 3, 4, 5 years. To have the word Vidic or Adams or Campbell.
You need 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Sorry, it has to be until you mention until your names are mentioned, because lots of defenders have had singular years where they've been brilliant, but having multiple is absolute next level. We've got 5 minutes of the show left, people. If you want to change or super chat in to get your players where you want, 5 minutes to get that done.
You know, I'm looking forward to see.
He's
not on this list, but Amad Diallo. I want to see what he can do.
Oh my God. He's literally scored 1 goal. That's all he's done.
Wait, I didn't put him in killing it. I didn't put him in killing. I just said I'm excited to see him.
Sorry, David.
Spend him on
if you watch
freaking Wigan
on a level that's not, he's just statistically scored 1 goal, and you watch him on a technical level and you get it to that level, because, you know, only some of us can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can see Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo has the technical ability. He has the touch. He has the finishing. He has the awareness, bro. This guy flipped the keeper in a European game on his first goal, and then he just chilled. Celebration. Didn't even overreact. He's composed. He's technical. He's got IQ, bro. He's going to shell it out. And next season, when he shows it,
do you know who this sounds exactly like? Martial. And look at where Martial is right now. Thank you very much. Move on.
There's so many players you could compare that to. I could name about 10 players rugby club that were gassed up to be good. That's not a good comeback, bro.
Well, how is it not? Because you're talking about ice cold Martial. One of your fans called him world class last year, and he's got 3 goals. I heard last year Greenwood can finish everything. He's got 1 goal this year. He's got 3 goals. I heard it last year. I said to everyone, he's riding a wave, and you were like, nah, he's just not great.
So wait, what you support right now? Who do you support? Who do you support?
I support Chelsea.
You support Chelsea? Yeah. You literally have Callum Hudson-Odoi, bro. This guy's had 2 weeks.
And I say, and what do I say about Hudson-Odoi? I say he's good, but at the same time, he's got a way to go.
All right, one second. Wait.
I have David, with every youth player, David, every youth player, same thing.
Okay, what
can you say your gas for Werner next season?
What has Kai? He did. What has Werner? What has Kai Havertz done this season?
What has Kai Havertz done? Yeah. I thought at the start he was doing well, then he got his COVID.
Yeah.
Then afterwards he was playing poorly, and ever since Tuchel's coming, he's been improving.
All right. So he's been okay.
He's been okay, yeah.
For 60, 70 million you paid for him?
Yeah.
Are you happy to see him? Do you want to see him next season? Are you intrigued to see how he progresses next season?
Yeah, but I've actually got.
Am I allowed to be intrigued about how Diallo?
I have more than one goal.
I was going to say this is the same reason why. Can I just say the same reason why I'm excited for Kai Havertz? I'm excited for Diallo because I look past. Yes, statistically, a player might not be doing well. If you can see intrinsically they have quality, you know.
No, David, it isn't about what he has or hasn't done yet. The reason that so many people are excited about Diallo is the same that we're excited about Hudson-Odoi, and it's the same reason when he broke through into your team when you were a little baby, Gal Kakuta. These players, no, but I mentioned him. You are right. Some turn into flops. Some turn into flops and don't make it. But the reason that Amad Diallo makes Man United fans excited, forget the eye test, forget that opening goal. It's what so many top professionals that have watched him since he was a kid say, that this kid got something special in his boots and could reach that next level. That's the exciting element. We all have academy players come for every year, but it's the ones that all the pros, when every professional talks about and they go, yeah, this kid's got something else. They're the ones that make us, in my opinion.
I think it's too early. I think it's way too early.
You're wrong, David.
I think it's early.
Think about it this way. You remember when Callum was breaking out into Sarri's team, yeah? Remember before then, the only thing people could go off was the fact that everyone was saying Callum was great.
He literally did that one run against Liverpool in the under-18s or something.
And the under 18s and stuff, but everyone already knew like this guy is going to be great and everyone was looking forward to it. I think it's basically the same premise that you were allowed to look forward to. Even I'm excited to see him next season, you know. Like,
I'm the same with all. The thing is, I'm the same with all youth players where it's like I haven't seen enough for me to be
excited to look forward to see what they can do.
No, I haven't.
David, but you're twisting. But David,
even with Callum, I was there like.
David, but you're twisting.
No one's saying that he's gonna score. Like, of course, I'm saying this a bit tongue in cheek. I'm a bit of a gas Man United fan. I'm not saying he's gonna go on be the next Giggs or whatever on the wing 10 years insane. But I'm saying from just what I see from a technical standpoint, and even the way he scored that goal, that is such an intelligent goal to score. Your first goal, 18, dinking it over the keeper. And he doesn't even look phased. Dan James, when he scored, he's like, yeah, you could tell he's from Swansea. And he's over-gassed that he's at Man United. Diallo just already got a celebration. He's got sauce.
David, if I was a United fan, I'd be more worried if Diallo was like getting loads of minutes next year because I don't.
I heard that because it means we haven't bought a proper.
It doesn't mean you're
getting
loads of minutes. Guys, let me just say something, please, David. You're actually making me angry. You're conflating two different conversations together at the same time. No one has. I know that like Aidan kind of said he could be this, he could be that. All my question was, who are you excited to see more of next year and how they're going to develop? Saying I'm excited to see what Diallo does isn't me saying he's going to fucking outscore Messi, bruv. Like, no one, that's your response is mad. Like, if you're not excited about, do you know what I mean? Oh, I'm excited about lockdown ending. Why be excited? It might happen again. Well, it might.
Don't say that.
Terry, I'm not excited about lockdown ending though.
I am. I need to get a damn haircut.
Bro,
I'm not.
Look, you know, it's funny.
I've got my hood up, bro.
We're planning to film a pilot, right? And a man like Danny for a new show coming to the Terrace after the big announcement comes out. There is a subliminal message on the screen right now, but there we go. It's not subliminal. It's pretty obvious. But we're planning a pilot, and it was booked in for the 2nd of April, planned. And they're like, I said, bro, it ain't happening until after the 12th because man needs a haircut. My hair, I look like a balding hillbilly. It's got to be cut.
Terry, come to Wales. Come to Wales.
Why would I?
Trim. That's the most expensive trim ever.
Yeah. Bruv, I pay less for a haircut than it costs to cross the Severn Bridge, bruv. I ain't coming your way. Thomas Tuchel FC here says put Mendy into killing it. Thomas
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Tuchel, though, Mrs. Tuchel, I can do this, but you've got to tell me who I'm removing. You've got to pick, as a Chelsea fan, who I am removing. We can't remove Thiago Jotter because someone just spent 15 quid to put him in there. You can put Mendy into it, but you've got to pick and tell me who comes out. Is it going to be Diaz or is it going to be Nathan Ake? Get your pick in now. A few minutes of the show left to go. We're going to wait to move that before we end it. But yeah, I'm excited about Diallo. I think he's going to be a serious player. I'm also excited to see what Mason bounces back with because I know that he's had an average season by the standards he set last year. But equally, it's about understanding what young players go through. And he went for a lot personally at the beginning of the season. But equally, 17 goals from him last year. If he'd have scored 2 more goals last season, he would have been the highest goal-scoring teenager ever in Manchester United, actually, I think in top flight history. So for him to echo that again next year in this league is a rarity. By the way, that's one of the reasons why I love Jadon Sancho so much. Statistically, I've searched for it and I cannot find. Haaland might have broke it by now, actually, but I can't find another player that from his first professional game up until the age that he's at now has scored or created as many goals as Jadon Sancho. And then Haaland is the best young striker in the history of top flight European football. Nobody had reached 100 goals in a top 5 league as quick as him ever.
He got to 100
already. Yeah. No one else has ever.
What? This guy's 20.
Haaland or Mbappe?
Haaland's got there quicker than Mbappe.
100.
No, but has he played in the top 5 league that long?
Some of his goals are with top 5 league. Sorry, the first guy to get to the youngest guy to get to the quickest guy. Sorry, not youngest, to get to 100 goals. Like professional goals in his career.
It's like 100 goals.
I mean, that's still amazing anyway. But
it's like 100 goals in 128 games or something.
And we've got another super chat here that says keep Diaz and keep Nathan Ake. Damn. So Thomas Tuchel, I'm not asking for another super chat.
He did say Ake.
Okay, so that means Ake's out and he's in, but then man's coming in and says keep Diaz and Akke. I can't keep both. Either you put 20 quid on Diaz or you move Akke. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Nathan Akke back in and I'm going to take out who's got less than 20. It's going to have to be the Jotter's got 15 quid in him. So it's actually this guy, Thiago, that's got to go down. I'm sorry. I have to be fair to the super chatters. I got on my super chatters. There we go. There we go.
Chestnut checkers. Chestnut checkers.
You may have won the battle, but I will win the war.
King me.
It's going to be an interesting one next year, especially with the window that's going on. Especially with the window that's going on as well, because if Chelsea end up signing in Haaland, it's going to change things so much next year. It really is. I actually want to see Haaland in the Premier League though as well, because I do think it's a very hard league to perform in, and we know how competitive it is. And I would love to see him come here, and I'd love to see Mbappe here as well. But I
go to Real Madrid in that 4 years though, bro, because he's a Raiola agent. They're a stepping stone club. He went to Salzburg, then Dortmund, then Chelsea, then Real Madrid. He'd do it if he came Man United. He's going to go to Barcelona or Real Madrid eventually. He's Raiola. Raiola wanted to do that with Pogba. He had Juventus, Man United, then Real Madrid. He wanted to go to. It's Raiola.
Wow! Look at Thomas Tuchel. He said Thiago Silva in. Move Akke and Diaz, please. It's been done. He has stepped up. He has killed it this evening. Look at that. Thomas Tuchel in the house. So that is Thiago Silva back in here. That is Diaz down. Akke, he moved them both down. He's moved them both down, and he's put his guy in there. Thomas Tuchel stepping up for his club. Stepping up for his club. There we go.
How is Ferran Torres still sitting in this?
Ferran Torres. If Torres in the GOAT position, it's an absolute madness. Oh, Strip Bear's turned up. Chelsea are in the house. Sorry to just be salty. Really don't care, but put pure Chelsea. Timo on the top. That is Ferran Torres out. So he had £20 on his name. So that moves him out, and I'm swapping him with Timo Werner. It's £40 to remove Timo Werner. Strip Bear, one of the best moderators on YouTube, has stepped up and has shut it down and has killed it in the dying moment of the dream. I'm going to say, can you believe it?
I mean, Terry, it's fine. It's fine. You've got Marcus Llorente coming in, so you can be excited about that.
Marcus, you weren't on Aid earlier. What was your thoughts on being linked with Marcus Llorente earlier today?
Stupid.
Sweet!
Oh my God!
£100, move him back, just like that. Ferran Torres back into GOAT, Werner back in support, and that is a £60 bounty. A £60 bounty if you want to remove Ferran Torres. Wow, they're going head to head. Battle of the billionaires. Battle of the billionaires on the football.
Hey, Terry, you could pass a new CB with all this flipping P, mate. You could pass a new centre back.
I got 3 kids and a mortgage and a swimming pool to heat. But listen, new stuff coming soon. I don't know what's going on. I didn't do it.
Man said £100, you know. Jesus.
I love the Terriers. I love the Football Terrace community, best football community on YouTube. We're semi-big. We're like semi-big. We're small in some ways. Some people might sit there with 3,000-4,000 more viewers, but I love my people. And with what we've got coming soon, can't wait for it to be formally announced. It's going to be epic. Some of the shows, some of the new presenters, some of the new celebrity guests that are going to be on the shows with us. It's going to be. I'm chatting with one of them today. Ex-Chelsea midfielder who will be part of the Football Terrace very, very soon. Premier League stuff. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Gael Kakuta.
Gal Kakuta, yeah.
It's going to be like Drinkwater or something. I swear that someone like that.
Danny Drinkwater on the Football Terrace. Because of that massive super chat, I am going to give it 5 more minutes to see if anybody else wants to change what's Strip Bear.
There's a comment. It goes, Strip Bear, you tried your best.
Is that what he said to her?
No. That was someone else in the comment. E-Bong King.
Oh, hang on a minute. Mendy on top. Look at that. Mendy. He's back on top. Can you believe it? He's out. He drops. Mendy's on top.
Oh, my
Mendy
God.
is top of the league. Why pick Mendy? You could pick any other Chelsea player, but man, pick Mendy, you know. Ziyech on top from Canada. Ziyech is an average. I'm moving him up. Ziyech has been moved up there. Look at that. We'll do that there. We'll do that there. Look at it. Oh, my days. Oh, my days.
What is Roman paying Tuchel? How much millions a week? Clearly he's getting.
Someone have bare P, you know.
You know what's mad, right? I had a friend. Hang on a minute. What's this here? Ferran Torres to go. He's gone straight back in and put him back in. Go. I can't believe
Where is this money coming from? Yeah.
We've got 2 minutes of the show remaining. We're going to have 2 minutes left. We've got 2 minutes left. If anybody wants to change anything, get it done now. It will cost £15 to remove the top dog as it stands right now. But Thiago and Mendy and Havertz are safe. Look at that. Chelsea and a bit of Liverpool dominating the highways there. Dominating as it stands. Dominating as it stands. And there we go.
God.
And there we go. End the show.
Mad.
Well, literally, I'm going to count down. There is a minute remaining, and I will then be taking no further. I'll be making no further movement, and we'll be ending the show. There is a minute to go, and then we move on. Anyone looking forward to any international games this week or not?
No.
No?
Listen, the Formula One season is back, and I'm so excited.
Sure. Mercedes are sandbagging.
I've been watching the women's
Don't worry about free practice. Mercedes are Mercedes was showing free practice. Oh, we're struggling. Come Q1, Q2, Q3, different kettle of fish. But
do you know the women's Champions League? That's quite good actually. There was like midday. There was some good games on that.
I didn't hear about that.
We'll have a watch it. Do you know, I'm looking for. Obviously, you got the big fight tomorrow night. Povetkin versus my guy White. I always wonder. It's such a tough one. I want Dillian to White 110%. He's my guy, but it's just if he loses again, it's
he's done.
Because none of the big boys will fight him. Then why take the risk? So it's a big fight. But also on the undercard, I watched the little 30-minute doc on Sky last night. Campbell Hatton, repping the Hatton crowd from Manchester. Is back. And do you know what? I don't know how good or bad he's going to be, but you know when you listen to someone talk, he's got confidence, but he's gritty. He looks like his dad as well. It's mad. Oh, look at this. Right at the death. Timo Werner up. We had a few right at the death here. Timo Werner up. So he's gone all the way into the top position. And then look at this. Silva back on top. End the show now. It's already been 2 minutes. And that's I'll put them both in GOAT for you. I'm going to put them both in GOAT. I'm going to give it 30 seconds just to respect Leg and Sweet for how much Chats have done. 30 seconds until I'm literally counting it down now.
28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17.
It's just 16, inevitable, isn't it?
15, 14, 13, 12.
I'm doing the countdown game, like the IT game. 9, when I was like 12.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I told you. It's inevitable. I told you, man.
There's another 30 seconds. Can't keep going until it ends.
It's inevitable. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
That's it.
To the goodness! Thiago Moore! Timo back!
Oh my goodness.
It's over. 30 seconds.
No. I think that should end it. Come on.
Do you know what it is? I just feel guilty because in case somebody else wants to put in, I'm going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and look at that. Right here, we got one more for Ziyech to move that. Right, that one came in just as the beeper came in to move Ziyech up. Sweet and Legend, you absolutely killed it tonight. You absolutely did. You all did as proud as ever. What a great show. It really, really was. Do you know what I felt as well at the end there? It was almost like Strip Bear and Thomas Tuchel were like ready with their thing to like, I'm going to get it right at the last second and see. I love it. I enjoy it. And we love having you on. Thanks to everybody that's been on the show. We really do appreciate it massively. It's kind of 2-1, 1-1 this week with the Chelsea and Man City. But really good show. Really enjoyed it, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with more content for you. I'm going to have a bit of an evening off tonight, have a bit of food, spend a bit of time with the kids and family. Everyone else have nice days today? Anyone get up to much? Anyone get up to much today? Go out? Anyone?
Essays, bro.
Finished uni. I finished uni for that
Anyone?
time.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, I finished. Got 3 weeks now. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Watching
But you like being a homemade, right? Is that going to be home cooked meals this weekend?
I hate being home. Can't lie to you. It's so boring. It's so boring, but it's so much more fun at uni. No, I love it, of course. Like I see my cat and that, and see my parents,
See
my
my
mum
cat.
and sister in it. Yeah.
my parents might be there as well, so you know.
No, I love seeing my mum. Of course, I love seeing.
There we go. Listen, I appreciate everyone's support tonight. See, it said, guys, I should have done 100. Save that for another stream, bro. Save that for another day, brother. Listen, until next, you're absolute top guy. Great sports. Until next time, but he come in again and said, put Farad in, go. He came in. Listen, it's already been done now, bro. Don't super chat anymore to move the table around because it's been done already. But I appreciate the support. I really do.
For the next one. For the next
I really do. Yeah, we'll save that. We'll save that. And by the way, I will do it this weekend. I have learned the words to blue is the color for my forfeit. I will sing it on the air because someone paid £100 for me to sing it. So I will do it on the next show. Listen, until next time, everyone, take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again